Hi, my name is Yolanda Wilson, and I am here today to speak with you in reference to domestic violence against women. Domestic violence against women has been described as the most shameful human rights violation and the most pervasive, according to Marino and Watts. The majority of times when a woman is in a domestic violence situation, she tries extremely hard to hide the fact and evidence that she is indeed being abused. A woman is most often afraid and embarrassed to be in such a predicament. The goal of my presentation today is to basically persuade all women that are involved in domestic violence situations to get out, seek help, and do whatever you need to do, whatever possible, to abandon the situation. Violence against women continue to increase because of social stigmatisms. Women decline to get help. They are most often afraid and embarrassed, and they just refuse to get help. Violence undermines efforts to improve women's access to education, according to Marino and Watts. Battered women have extremely low self-esteem. They feel unworthy of a better life. Domestic violence leads to a sizable portion of emergency room visits and possibly the majority of non-fatal injuries among women, according to Furlow. 1 of every 3 women have been either beaten, raped, and or mistreated due to domestic violence, according to a report by Martinez. With tougher law enforcement, aggressive prosecutions, effective prevention programs, and shelter for families in distress, domestic violence can be put to a stop. Education is the key to prevention. If a woman is able to support herself financially, she is less likely to become a victim of domestic violence. Learning to fight back by taking self-defense classes, according to a book by Fain, is most often a necessary step in escaping domestic violence. Helping organize fundraisers to support local efforts behind domestic violence is often a major step as well. We have to take a stand against domestic violence. It ensures one will not become a victim. The longer a woman stays in a domestic violent relationship, the more difficult it is to escape. And when children observe domestic violence, they will either grow up to become an abuser or be abused themselves. In reference to Baird, if domestic violence is not dealt with immediately, it becomes an ongoing cycle and it can result in loss of life. Lots of women have died at the hands of their domestic violent abusers. Domestic violence is an act that thrives on the use of emotional, psychological, and physical abuse to control and isolate the victim. Most often when an individual is being abused, she isolates herself from her family, from her friends. She wants no contact because she is often afraid of being found out. She does not want the evidence of the abuse to become readily visible to family and friends. If we promote and take a stand against domestic violence, we will help and aid in the effort to prevent it. When we become more aware of the statistics and effects domestic violence has on our lives and communities, it keeps the issues alive. And most important, if we would all get involved and speak out against domestic violence, it prevents one from becoming a victim. Thank you very much.